Here we are at the courtyard septic repair. This is, of course, the wrap-up to the project where we disconnected the main floor apartment from the old septic tank and rerouted it, as you can see, with this PVC back into the house, into the sewer lead going out to the city sewer. So the focus of this video is really just to show the reinforcement blocks before we fill this in with sand. So about that, I was advised by a pro to avoid putting the clay that came out of here back in here. And the reason for that is the clay does not pack very well, in which case there will be air voids, and over time that means this could settle. If that does, or as that does, it would push down not only on the piping, thus creating potential bellies, but also our concrete slab here. You can see that we had to cut. It's over there. Once we put that back in its place, that would start to sink as well. So we'll be putting a sand gravel mix in here. And having said that, I want you to focus on the concrete blocks that I have under here. So so as not to allow the pipe to settle after we put the sand in and pack it down, you can see I've installed just cinder blocks, and these blocks were found on the property when we moved in, one way, somewhere, you know, the woods, under the deck, that kind of thing. So I saved them, and now we're repurposing them to be really just support jacks for the sewer line. And so the nice thing about this cinder block here with these bricks is later on when we go to finish off this courtyard with the patio, you can see we left our clean out a little high. We'll eventually cut that down, but when it comes time to like push down on it to give it its final cement seal, we'll be pushing down on top of this block and not pushing it down into the dirt. And probably wouldn't make a much difference, but you know what this means basically is it cannot shift and move with the temperatures. So being that that's clay underneath there, that clay is not moving, and likely are neither of those bricks, so they're fixed. I'm gonna go down here to the middle between my boots. You can see basically the same thing. So I have a couple patio blocks there with a brick, and because of the length of this piece here, I just want to avoid a belly eventually forming over time in this pipe. Not likely, since it's only 8 feet, but hey, we may as well take precautions. You can see the Fernco there. That's just a Fernco cap on the old cast iron lead that was going out to the tank. So what did happen is it used to come out of the house and go that way, and now it goes from the main into the house out to the sewer, the city sewer. But again, you can see that I blocked it down here with a series of bricks and patio blocks so that this can't sink, and the pitch remains constant no matter the temperature changes or when we start covering all this up and packing it down with the sand. So yet another video about this project, but I'm documenting it carefully because frankly I never want to do this again, and perchance that someone in the future may need access to this. Even if it's me, then at least I know what I've done and where it's at and how it's built and constructed and so on. So that's it for this video on the courtyard septic repair.